Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're tackling a fun little problem called binary number with alternating bits. It's a great exercise for getting comfortable with binary representations and bitwise operations. Let's break it down. So here's the goal. We are given a positive integer, let's call it n. We need to check if this number has alternating bits. This simply means that in its binary representation, no two adjacent bits should have the same value. If we see a 1, the next bit must be a 0. If we see a 0, the next bit must be a 1. Let's clarify exactly what we're looking for. An alternating pattern is like a zebra crossing. 1 0, 1 0. It's perfectly flipped every single time. However, if we ever find two 1s side by side, or two 0s side by side, the pattern is broken, and we should return false. Let's walk through a couple of examples. First, take the number 5. In binary, 5 is written as 101. If we look at the neighbors, the first bit is different from the second, and the second is different from the third, so this returns true. Now take the number 7. 7 in binary is 111. Right away we see two 1s next to each other. That's a violation, so we return false. Just a quick heads up. We'll be walking through the solution using Python, but don't worry if that's not your main language. I'll be showing the full code for other popular languages like Java, C++, and JavaScript towards the end of the video. The logic remains exactly the same. The first approach is probably the most intuitive one. Since we care about the binary representation, why not just convert the number directly into a string of binary digits? Once we have that string, we can just walk through it character by character. If we ever find a spot where the character at the current position is exactly the same as the character at the next position, we know the bits aren't alternating and we can stop right there. Before we jump into the code, I want to quickly address why this channel looks and sounds the way it does. You can probably tell this is narrated by AI. I actually built this workflow for myself so I could generate clear, instant explanations the moment a daily problem drops. It helps me study faster, and I upload them here in case they help you too. Also, you'll notice there are no ads on this video and no sponsorships. That's a choice. I want this to be a distraction-free zone for us to just focus on the code. That same philosophy applies to the tools I build. I needed a way to track my daily coding streak, but everything else was paid or full of ads. So I built my daily to-do. It's completely free, it has 0 ads, and I don't make a cent from it. It's just the tool I use to ensure I show up every single day. If you want to use it too, the link is in the description. Now let's get back to the solution. Alright, here is the Python code for that string-based approach. We use the built-in binary function to get our string, and then we loop through it. Notice that we stop the loop one step early, at the second to last item, so we don't crash when we check the neighbor to the right. Let's run a dry run with the number 5. Python's binary function actually adds a 0b prefix to the string, so we get 0b101. The loop starts. It checks 0 against b. Different. Then b against 1. Different. Then 1 against 0. Different. Finally 0 against 1. Different. Since we made it through the whole string, without finding any matching neighbors, we return true. Now converting to a string works, but it requires extra memory to store that string. We can do better by working with the number directly using math. We can look at the very last bit of the number by taking the remainder modulo 2. Then, we can chop off that last bit by doing integer division by 2. If we keep track of what the previous bit was, we can compare it to the current bit in every step of the loop. Here's the code for the mathematical approach. We start by grabbing the very first trailing bit and saving it in a variable called cur. Then we immediately shrink n by dividing it by 2. We then enter a loop that runs as long as n is greater than 0. Inside, we check if our saved bit is the same as the new trailing bit. If they are, we return false immediately. If not, we update our cur variable and divide n again. Before we trace it, let's make sure we're solid on the operations. N modulo 2 is just asking, is the number odd or even? That gives us the last binary digit. N integer divide equals 2 effectively shifts all the bits to the right by one spot. And cur acts as our memory, holding onto the bit we just processed, so we can compare it to the next one in line. Let's trace this with 5 again. We start by initializing. 5 modulo 2 is 1, so cur becomes 1. We divide 5 by 2 to get 2. Now we enter the loop. N is 2, which is 1 0 in binary. The last bit of 2 is 0. Is our saved cur, which is 1, equal to this new 0? No. So we update cur to 0 and divide n by 2 again. N becomes 1. Back to the top. The last bit of 1 is 1. Is our saved cur, which is 0, equal to this one? No. We update and divide. N becomes 0, the loop finishes, and we return true. So what's the complexity? Well, the time complexity is technically order 1. Why? Because in this problem context, n is a standard integer, usually 32 bits. That means our loop runs at most 32 times, which is a constant amount of work. The space complexity is also order 1, because we aren't creating any big arrays or strings, we're just using a couple of variables to hold integers. Alright, that covers the Python solution. As promised, here are the full solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript. I won't be breaking these down, so just pause the video on your language of choice to check it out. Here is the full solution in Java. It follows the exact same logic as our second approach. Feel free to pause here. Next up, here is the C++ version. Again, very similar syntax. Pause if you need it. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. Note that we use math.floor for division here, since JavaScript numbers are floats by default. So let's wrap it up. We learned 2 ways to check for alternating bits. First, we saw how to treat the binary number as a string and check neighbors. Then, we optimized it by using math to peel off bits one by one. The key takeaway is that often, you don't need to see the whole number at once. You just need to compare the current piece of information with the piece you saw just a moment ago. If you're looking for even more Leetcode problems beyond the daily challenge, I've started a second channel called Leetcode Unlocked. Check it out via the link in the description. Hope this breakdown helped. If it did, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. I upload these daily, so subscribe if you want to keep your streak alive. Also, I've put links to the tablet I use for planning solutions in the description if you're interested. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.